In this video, my biggest blocks to manifesting $1 million using the 55 by 5 method for manifesting money. This is a law of attraction technique that I made a previous video on, and I want to share with you my 3 biggest blocks. Now, I want to share these with you because when you watch this through and you use the 55 by 5 method and you're aware of the 3 biggest blocks for manifesting money using it, it's going to speed up your time so you can manifest money quicker into your life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Let's dive right into this video. Okay, number 1 is my belief in my body, the physical world, and time. So I was struggling to, pay for anything. My girlfriend at the time, she's now my wife, was in debt, and I spent a lot of years working very, very hard with very little success, writing books and making YouTube and doing my work. And it got to the point where I was like, does the universe even want this to be? Like, should I give up? And I started using a hypnotic writing technique that later, I found out was called the 55 by 5 method. I guess my subconscious led me to it before I knew what it was popularly called. And I was doing this for a while, which essentially in another video I talked about 55 by 5 method, which is essentially and right now we're talking specifically about money, but you can use it for any subject. So it's taking what you want, writing in the present tense 55 times for 5 straight days. People say to stop after that. I don't think so. I think you should do it for forever. And if you don't have the time to write it 55 times, I say at least 10 times after those 5 days. It'll only take you 5 minutes, and then read it out loud afterwards. And so my blocks towards it were I created a statement, and that was I talked about it in another video. I learned it from Mike Dooley in a video interview that I saw him talk about it. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. So my goal was to not just have $1 million, but it was the $1 million to have the freedom in my life. And so I started doing this statement. I am so grateful. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. Comment it down below. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. Comment it down below. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. Comment it down below. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. Comment it down below. Doesn't it make you feel good when you say it? Comment it down below. I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. Now, my biggest block to this was I was saying something that my subconscious programming was telling me wasn't true. My subconscious programming would go, no, you're actually a college dropout, you failed year after year, you're actually broke, you're too young to be successful, you don't have the right resources, you're not qualified enough. Look at the last years, my emotional trauma from failing or from not getting the results that I want, and stress associated with that kept popping back up. And I realized, okay, that's my number 1 block. I'm carrying my past with me and my attachment to my physical body. So when you do the 55 by 5 method and you pick a statement, such as you could use mine, I'm a happy spiritual millionaire, or you could make up your own, do it in the present tense. I'm so grateful I'm making $2,000 a month. I'm so grateful I'm making $2,000 a month, and you write that 55 times for 5 days. But my block was I was attached to my physical body. You're not even your physical body. I'm not even my physical body anyways. I'm a spiritual being in a physical body. This entire physical reality isn't physical anyways. So I was blocking myself by attaching to this physical dimension that wasn't physical at all. 95 to 99% of an atom is the building blocks of all these things, is empty space. So how could this be physical anyways? How could I, when I looked in the mirror and I go, I'm too young, or my report cards say this, I failed junior English class in high school, so my mind was like, oh, you're never going to be successful as an author. All of these things, they aren't even true because it's a very small portion of who I was. Very small. It wasn't really who I was. I'm an individualization of God energy. You're an individualization of God energy. But what happens is we identify and attach to our physical selves, and we say, I don't have the right education. Look at my bank account. I don't have the right resources. I'm too old. I'm too young. My teeth are too crooked. I'm too fat to do this. I'm too skinny to do this. I'm too ugly. I have this problem. And we look at our physical selves to determine what's possible. But you're not your physical self. Every single cell of your body is God energy. That's who you are. You are a divine being. So I had to identify this and start retraining my programming to I'm a divine being. Because it didn't matter how many times I wrote this statement, I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. If I'm moving from the idea that I am a little mortal being and I'm limited by this and I'm limited by this and here's why I can't be successful and here's why nothing will work out because I'm too young and I'm too this and I'm too that and I'm too this. It doesn't matter how many times you write something. It doesn't matter how hard you work. If your subconscious programming is designed to block what you want, you can't get what you want. And you see that all the time. People work as hard as they possibly can. They do everything they possibly can, but it doesn't work out. Why? It's because of the subconscious programming. So comment down below, I'm a divine being. Every time you know, think for a second first. What's one thought pattern that you have that's based off of this illusion that I am my body and my physical world is reality? Look at my bank account. I don't have any money. Look at my last relationships. They haven't worked out. Look, I'm not smart enough. Look, I have this problem. Think of one thing that your subconscious programming tells yourself that maybe even you thought was realistic and rational. Think of that one thing. And once you bring it to your mind, now every time it comes to your mind, replace it with, I am a divine being. Replace it with, I am a divine being. And when you start to do that, then when you do the 55 by 5 method, you can keep repeating it. I am a divine being. So while I was doing, I'm a happy spiritual millionaire, I was starting to move from the level of consciousness of being a divine being. Instead of, I'm this little physical body and I'm limited by this and I'm limited by this, I went from the idea that I was a divine being. And when you do that, it's like standing on the edge of the horizon with all possibilities in front of you because you're no longer bound to your present circumstances, situations, your personal story, and your past history. None of that matters because that was your old self and it's your physical self. It's a very small level of who you are. There's so much more to who you are. You're a multi-dimensional being. One dimension of you is here in this body, and another is you as a divine being, so much bigger than your body, so much bigger than your past, connected to the God energy, the universal energy, and an individualization of it that always has the support of it. So comment down below, I am a divine being. I am a divine being. Number 2, repetition. So this is the other thing. So your subconscious mind has approximately 65,000 thoughts in a day. So what does that mean? It means your thoughts create reality. They influence, your consciousness influences physical matter. So if you have 65,000 thoughts in a day that are subconscious, then they're thoughts that have been programmed into you by other people. And it's a good news if it's the way you want, but if it's not the way you want, which is almost all of us, psychologists say approximately 70% of initial programming in the subconscious is negative and redundant. So the majority of it is not in alignment with our conscious desires. Consciously you say, I want this thing, but subconsciously you're programmed down here. And the only way to reprogram that is repetition. So what people do is they show up for a little while, or they do the 55 by 5 method for a little while. And that's what I used to do. I do it and then I'd be like, and then I would look out to the outside world, going back to the earlier thing I talked about, which is attachment to the physical realm. So I'd write it and I'd go, yeah. And then I'd open my eyes and go out to my everyday life and be like, shoot, I'm still broke, I'm still unsuccessful, nothing's working out, look, my YouTube videos aren't getting any views. And I would attach to the physical realm. But you gotta remember, the programming has happened over such a long period of time, the only way to replace it is repetition. Just like the only way to run a faster mile is repetition, is to get healthier, is to get your respiratory system healthier, your muscles stronger. It's the only way, right? That's the only way it's going to happen. And so repetition is what allows the new ideas to sink into the subconscious. Furthermore, we now know from neuroscience that all of your old emotions connections and thought patterns wires into the neurocircuitry of your brain. So unless your brain builds new neural connections, then your brain is going to produce the same old reality. So repetition is what allows you to rewire the brain and build new neural connections. My neural connections were based off of I'm broke, my girlfriend and I being stressed about money, our only arguments being about money. Man, this is never going to work out. Money is the root of all evil. What if I have money? That I'm a bad person and the rich people have all the money. I had wired into my brain a financially limited reality. So it wasn't just going to go away in 3 seconds. I had to use repetition to build new neural connections in my brain. And once that happened, then my life could start to change, and that's what allowed me to go from my wife being in debt because I couldn't pay for anything to having a $1 million business and becoming a millionaire. Was that shift in my brain. And the only way to do that is repetition. So people say, do the 55 by 5 method for 5 days, then you're done. And that may work. It may create a quick shift and things happen. Definitely that can happen. But you got to remember at the end of the day, it's all about programming. So why stop after 5 days? If you can't write it 55 times, that might take you 15 minutes. If you don't have 15 minutes, turn it into writing it 10 times and use the repetition. I always say read it aloud afterwards because you want to engage the brain and build new neural circuits in a new way. So why stop after that? It's the repetition of ideas that build new paradigms in the subconscious mind, and then they start to override the old programming and the old patterning. So repetition is so important. So make sure that you don't do it and then stop it, and then do it and stop it. Eric Thomas, motivational speaker, calls it scoreboard watching. It's when you do something and then you look outside of yourself to validate if it's working yet, and if it's not working, then you stop. But if you're doing that, then all you're really doing is reacting. You can't create what you want by reacting to life. There's 2 modes of consciousness primarily you can live from: creation consciousness and reactionary consciousness. I spent so much time in reactionary consciousness. I do my 55 by 5 method. I work to reprogram my mind. I created a success hypnosis for myself, and you can use it. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's free to use. It's success hypnosis. Over 300,000 people from all over the world have used it with really incredible results. And I would listen to it for like a couple days, then I would stop. You gotta understand, if you have 65,000 thoughts and 95% of them are subconscious, it may take a little while to reprogram it, or it may not. I don't want to limit you, but when you look at the brain and you look at neuroscience, you see all of these things are wired into your neurocircuitry, and it takes sometimes a little bit of time to use repetition to build new neural connections. So don't give up. Don't look at your present circumstances and say, hey, this isn't working. Focus on rewiring and using repetition to build new programming, and then the money will start to come. When I stopped worrying about whether results were happening or not, and every day I showed up to doing hypnotic writing, doing the 55 by 5 method, to listening to my hypnosis every single day, pretty soon I open my eyes and I'm like, whoa, I'm a millionaire now. My whole life has changed. My YouTube channel has taken off. I'm now getting 1 million views a month, and there's this awesome community of people inspired from all over the world, and we're all growing our minds. You just like open up your eyes and you're like, whoa, it's finally happened. So jakeshypnosis.com is my free success hypnosis right there down below that you can start to use every day. Keep using repetition. Number 3, last but not least, the biggest block for the 55 by 5 method to manifesting money that I had and that many people have is lack of emotion. So emotion is emotion. It's energy in motion. Until you can get emotionally involved in something, then your brain isn't going to respond to it, and your vibration won't respond to it. What is your vibration? It's you being aware of your energy. What is your energy? It's your emotional state. That's what it is. So if I say, I'm a happy spiritual millionaire, but in myself, I'm saying it so softly, and I'm not getting emotionally involved in it, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice. Where's my emotions? My emotions are still in limitation. That's why I say read it out loud afterwards, because when you read things out loud, it gives you a chance to get emotionally involved in it. See, I make these videos. If I type them on blogs, I wouldn't get as emotionally involved. And one of the reasons I love videos is because I can broadcast emotion and you can receive the energy and you can go carry that out into your life. If I just type it, that's why I wrote 3 books. 2 of them are published with the #1 publishing company in the world, Penguin Random House. But I realized that it seems like videos are more powerful because I can broadcast an emotion. See, it's you getting emotionally involved in an idea that makes that idea a reality, because that reality already exists. It's just in a non-physical dimension. Once your vibration shifts, once your emotional state shifts, once your energy shifts, it fires new brain cells, it fires new nerve cells, it builds new neural connections, and it pulls that reality to you. The law of attraction says like energy attracts like energy. Money is energy. The money you want is up here with the 55x5 method. The money I wanted becoming a millionaire was up here. I was way down here. I had to start getting emotionally involved up here, and I did that by reading it. I'm so grateful I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. Large sums of money are flowing into my life. Comment down below, large sums of money flow to me. Comment down below, large sums of money flow to me. Comment that down below, large sums of money flow to me. See, that's the emotion other than I'm a happy spiritual millionaire. See, I tried this, it doesn't work. That's one, that's reacting to the outside world, and 2, you're not emotionally involved with it. When you're not emotionally involved with something, it never works out. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're not emotionally involved in a romantic relationship, how long is it going to last? Not very long. It's the emotional state that allows it to carry. It's the momentum, the creative momentum that carries it forward. So when you start to do that, that's what I started doing with my hypnosis. Again, it's right there down below. It's free to use. I encourage everyone to make sure you use this every day. Reprogram those 65,000 thoughts for financial abundance, success, happiness, confidence. jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below for free. I would use that, and I would start imagining emotional images as if I was already a millionaire and inspiring a bunch of people and like my life was changing. I would see all these comments, Jake, you won't believe this happened. I would imagine walking on the street and someone's walking up and saying, Jake, I watch your channel. My life changed like this and this happened and this happened. See, that's an emotional thing. I would call on those images to start to get emotionally involved. So then my desires weren't a future tense. I was experiencing them now in my own physiology, in my own cells in my body, and then my brain thinks it's real. My brain responds to that and it starts pulling it back. When you do that, that's what pulls the money into your experience. And think about, what would you do with the money? Celebration, or who would you be donating to charity? Would you be helping your friends? What would be going on? Because that emotion is what tricks the brain to think it's real, and that's what pulls it into your experience. It brings your energy. The money is here, the energy is here. That's what brings the energy here, and then like energy attracts like energy, and you pull the money back into your experience because you're a vibrational match for it. So comment down below, emotion equals energy and motion. Emotion equals energy and motion. Emotion equals energy and motion. The #1 way to know if the 55x5 method is working, or any other law of attraction techniques, meditation, visualization is working, is if you're starting to feel different. Otherwise, you're just running through the motions. It's like a machine. But when you start to feel different, you know your vibration is raising. When your vibration is raising, that means you're shifting your point of attraction to bring more financial opportunities into your experience. And then that's how the shift happens. So read it out loud. Read your statements out loud. Go on a walk. If you got a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, a person that you watch these videos with and study with, practice talking as if you already have what you want, and get emotionally involved in it. Not like, yeah, and now I have the money and this is how. My wife and I would go on walks for 30 minutes, and we'd each spend half the time. One of us would talk, the other one would talk, and we would talk as if we already had it. And oh my God, this is happening, and we're living in Hawaii, and all these amazing things, and da 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 da. And then pretty soon, it's like my cells start vibrating with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is finally happening. That emotion is what allows the shift in consciousness to take place, to bring the successful and abundant opportunities into your life as a vibrational match. So thank you for watching this video. If you did not yet, make sure you download jakeshypnosis.com right there down below, or use my software, The Second Mind. I invented a software using all the things in neuroscience I was talking about to rewire my mind so that my brain would start to think I already had what I wanted on an actual neurocircuitry level, and my brain synapses would start getting conditioned to new realities. It worked so well that I started giving it away for free, and then we spent thousands of dollars to develop it into a software that people could use. You can demo it for free. thesecondmind.com, pinned to the top of the comments right there. thesecondmind.com right there down below. Comment down below, large sums of money come to me now. Comment down below, large sums of money come to me now. Get emotionally involved. Get excited about your future and bring the energy into the present tense right now. Comment down below, large sums of money come to me now. Large sums of money come to me now. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right over there. The bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. So even if you already subscribed, double check you've actually hit the bell notification right over there. I don't know why YouTube does it, but unless you actually hit the bell notification, you won't get notified for my videos. So make sure you hit the bell notification, like this video to send it out into the YouTube universe. Thank you to every single person that shares these videos on a text message to your friend, email to your friend, on your Facebook, on all your social media. Thank you for doing that. This is a movement about realizing how powerful we are as co-creators of our reality. And when we all realize it, I truly believe that's what's going to uplift the consciousness of the planet and make the world an even more happy, harmonious place for all of us to live and for all of us to have more abundance in our life. So thank you for sharing it. If you haven't yet, please share it with a friend. You guys can talk about it and apply these ideas into your life and use each other as accountability partners to see how much progress you can get. So thank you for sharing. Comment down below, large sums of money come to me now. If you did not yet, the Second Mind software you can demo for free right there down below. thesecondmind.com. Have a beautiful day. The 55 by 5 method will reprogram your subconscious and allow you to attract more prosperity into your life.